Hey guys, my name is CykaHotFire, and today I'm going to be talking about what I thought about Operation Shattered Web, what could be better about it, and what we'll hopefully see in the next operation based on this information. For an operation that started just over 2 years after the end of Operation Hydra, I think a lot of people were underwhelmed by the lack of co-op missions in Shattered Web. Both of the true storyline co-op missions were really enjoyable, and I think a lot of people agree with me on that. But I also think that a lot more content could have come with them. Like, there was definitely a good storyline going, and I'm sure that if CSGO devs create another operation, which, you know, they should, they have well over 1 million people playing CS right now, numbers we've never seen before, that we'll see hopefully more than 2 co-op missions, as they seem to receive pretty positive community feedback. Next up, let's talk about missions, which seem to be a big conflict of interest. Personally, I, along with a lot of other people, think that the competitive missions, like getting 10-round wins, aren't that bad. Like, they're fun to play with friends, along with the Guardian missions are also really enjoyable to play with friends, as well, not when the bots like 360 one-tap you, but besides that, they're pretty fun. And as for like getting 10-round wins on a certain map, they actually give you a reason to play competitive even if you're global. But when the devs start adding things like getting 200 kills with the UMP in deathmatch and destroying 200 panes of glass in casual, it gets to the point of just trying to make the players suffer instead of actually trying to have an enjoyable time grinding out operation missions. Like, I do understand that the road to the diamond coin is supposed to be kind of a grind, but adding missions that don't really take any skill and just require a ton of your time to put down, it isn't really enjoyable, and I think a lot of people can agree with me on that. But overall, most of the missions weren't bad. Another good idea that I saw lots of people suggest was that you should be able to complete multiple operation missions at once. For example, one of the most tedious challenges was earning $100,000 in casual, which isn't really that bad, but it definitely does take a couple games to get. This would have been a lot easier to do if you could grind out a lot of the other casual missions along with earning the $100,000 at the same time. It just seemed kinda sloppy from the devs. I'm sure this is something they've noticed from the community because they definitely did get some backlash for this, and if they have a new operation that is kinda similar to this one with missions and all that, I think they should adjust it because it's definitely a problem and kinda just inconvenient for the player. Also, this is kinda outside the topic of the operation, but I actually saw somebody mention this as well. I think that adding weekly or even daily challenges in general would spice up CSGO and maybe give an XP reward alongside them, so it's actually possible to level up your badge to something above the 2nd prestige without having to play the game like 20 hours a day. But overall, I think the operation definitely had some pros like the Guardian missions, co-op missions, and an XP reward every time you beat 5 of the missions in general. The reward system was nice as well. It had a lot of diversity and gave you a reason to keep grinding, as you'll always have a chance of getting the cool operator you wanted or a good skin from one of the collections. On the downside, I think that some of the missions could have been better, of course, and less tedious in general, and of course it would be great if you could do more than one at once. In the next operation, which, you know, who knows when it'll come out, it could be in another 2 years, it could be in a couple of months, you never know with CSGO devs. But either way, I hope the devs put more time to adjust things that the community didn't enjoy in it. But overall, the missions added a new aspect to CSGO that also seemed to result in much higher player counts, so hopefully they'll refine it a bit more for the next operation. Definitely be sure to leave a comment telling me what you guys thought of the operation and whether it was worth the time grinding, or if you just enjoyed some new content added to the game. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and CykaScribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.